Life is directed by Daniel Espinosa, and it stars Ryan Reynolds, Jake Gyllenhaal, Rebecca Ferguson, among others. And I was really happy that this movie turned out as great as it is. It's a really good movie. It's a lot of fun to watch. And when I first saw the trailer for this movie, I was kind of skeptical because I thought it was just an alien clone, and I wanted it to be more than that. And then when the movie finally came out, the reviews were kind of mixed. So I finally got around to checking it out, and it's not a Ripley Scott alien clone. This movie is so much more than that. It has enough creative ideas in it for it to stand out among others. And that was really... The story of this movie starts off with a group of astronauts who retrieve a soil sample from Mars. And in that soil sample, there is an alien life form. And as the movie progresses, the alien starts to grow and grow. And I'm not going to say anything else about the story because this movie is very unpredictable. There are some things that happen in this movie that I honestly did not see coming, and that's something I really enjoyed about it. And something else I really enjoyed about this movie, that it feels more realistic and grounded than other science fiction movies. That was something I liked. And it just shows what these astronauts are willing to do and what they must do to stop this alien on this ship. And like I said, it feels more realistic than other movies that are kind of sort of in this category. And the cast of this movie is great. I really like Ryan Reynolds in it. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. They're both charismatic characters. Ryan Reynolds is funny in this movie. A lot of the humor comes from him. Jake Gyllenhaal does a really good job in this movie. He is a phenomenal actor, and I really like any movie that he's ever been in. Now, his acting is good, but his character, it's not really as well written as what I would hope it to have been. His character has some sort of hatred for people on Earth. He just thinks people are evil. And so he spends a lot of his time up in space, and he's actually trying to set a record. And that's pretty much all we get from him. I wish his character was better written, but overall his acting is really good for the character, and I enjoy watching him on screen. Rebecca Ferguson is a standout in this movie. She does a phenomenal job in her role, and she steals practically every scene that she's in. And that was something I really liked about this movie. We actually care for these characters, and that's something else that was great about the movie because it's very unpredictable. And just because you have an A-list star of actors in this movie doesn't mean anybody's safe. But the main star of this movie has got to be the alien. The alien is amazing. It's terrifying. It's smart. It just looks awesome. The creature design for the alien is spectacular. And it's probably the coolest looking alien I've seen since the Xenomorph in the original Alien movie. And the cinematography in this movie is stunning. This is a beautiful looking movie. From shots of Earth to the outside of the spaceship, every scene in this movie is amazing to watch. And the production design in this movie is really great. It actually reminded me of the movie Gravity. And that's how good this movie looks. I never got the sense I was actually watching a movie. The special effects were really stand out. I mean, there was no glaring bad CGI or anything like that in the movie. And this movie is very suspenseful. There are some scary scenes in this movie that really, had me on the edge of my seat. And it does suffer from some typical horror cliches, but they weren't really a big issue for me. I feel like the only big problem with the movie is that you can definitely tell that the original Alien movie and other great movies like that were definitely an inspiration for this movie. So even though it does have its own creative ideas in this movie, it's still not as original as what it wants to be. And as you're watching this movie, you're thinking of other greater movies in the back of your head, and that's pretty much the bad flaw of this movie. That and Jake Gyllenhaal's character that is not as well written as what I hoped it would have been. But this movie is a lot of fun, and like I said, it's unpredictable, and there are some really suspenseful scenes in this movie that caught me off guard. And I thought the ending was great. I mean, it's a twist ending, but I thought it ended really well in my opinion, and that was something I really liked about it. And I just must be a sucker for these type of movies. I love any movie where you have a group of people stranded in a space station that have to fight off some sort of threat, whether it be an alien or something supernatural. So this movie definitely pulled me in, and I was really happy that it turned out so great. So this movie is a lot of fun. It's suspenseful. It has great acting in it. The characters are enjoyable. And overall, if I had to give this movie a rating, I'd give it 8.5 out of 10. It's really good. Definitely check it out. So there's my review for Life. If you guys have any comments or suggestions, then leave a comment down below. And if you guys like my video, then make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I plan on putting more videos out throughout the week. So there's my review, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night.